Hey everybody, this is the Aggressively Medium podcast with Lee and Josh.
Episode 47.
47.
In the books after this.
Yeah, not quite. 47.
We've had 46
Let me think. 47. That might have been like the country music channel, CMT.
It wasn't for us.
Well, it never is.
Ours was like in the 30s.
I can't quite remember what channel 47 was.
How weird is that your brain can remember that stuff though? That was
pretty much with full clarity.
Yeah.
Especially if it was a channel I frequented.
Yeah. And that was a long time ago. Talk about over 10 years.
Well, because when we moved to Birmingham when I was in the 7th grade, everything changed.
Yeah.
As far as channels.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at least whatever age you are when you're in the 6th grade.
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, and this is your first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up, every episode now, he's trying to remember what the episode number is that related to a TV channel when he was a kid, like what that channel was.
Which for the most part, it's pretty much like like I can remember it pretty easy. I think 47 was like CMT or something.
Yeah.
But, and of course, now that we started doing this like in the 40s, all the channels were like below that. So
I think 47 was like HGTV for us, or that might have been 46.
I think it might have been 48. Anyway, we'll worry about that next week.
Anyways, we called it last week. There were 2 celebrity deaths, and now there has been a third celebrity death.
It's how it goes. Who was it?
Star of Alaskan Bush people,
Billy
Brown,
the dad?
Dead at 68.
Well, no kidding.
Yeah. Who'd have thought he would have lived much longer anyway?
You know, that whole show.
He was on borrowed time.
That whole show was fake. Like down to the like the way the kids acted. No, it was.
No.
Nope.
I ain't believing it.
Okay.
Some of them kids was too weird.
They were
they looked like they
It was part of the
acted.
show. It was part of the show. The one that looked like a chubby Wolverine.
Yeah.
With the wife beater.
Yeah.
And he was the one that could like
jacket.
tear trees in half and stuff. He was huge.
He's a big old boy.
And then you had the guy with the long hair and glasses, looked like Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah. There was, and the one son,
the sly one that was like he built his house out of tires.
Yeah, he was like the most normal.
One of the daughters was the most the younger daughter
but out of the boys, he was the most normal. We don't count women on this show.
I do.
Don't count. JK, it's just a joke. But yeah,
dang, he died.
Old Billy Brown dead at 68, and I'm gonna tell you what. Thought he was a lot older than 68.
Oh yeah, I thought he was 68 when the show came on.
Yeah, he is a rough looking 68. I tell you that.
Well, it was a hard life, I bet.
Yeah. Speaking of a hard life,
I was about to say, what's next?
Our life has gotten a lot harder because you found an article.
Oh yeah, it's just ruined your daily life.
Well, I mean, it really hadn't ruined much because I'm still drinking everything that it says on that list.
All right, let me pull this up because I want to be spot on when I'm talking about this.
Yeah. Our life got harder because there's a list of drinks that you can't drink.
Popular drinks proven to cause lasting damage to your body, according to science. Which, if we're going to talk about this stuff, I'd like it to be according to science.
Yeah. Not according to the guy down the street that yells.
From fractures to hypertension, the side effects of these popular drinks are seriously scary.
So scary.
You ready?
I'm shaking in my boots.
Do you want me to start at 1 or start from 10 and go down?
We can start at 10 and go down.
Okay, I got to go to the bottom of the article then.
Because this theoretically would be the least scary.
But all of these are scary.
Yeah, they're all.
So anything worse than water.
After I read the article, I
got you some water from the sink.
I couldn't sleep after that. Just thinking
because you were drinking too many of these.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. So it's just the top 7. Number 7. Sweetened coffee.
I don't drink that.
I don't ever drink coffee, but as far as everybody else on the planet,
black coffee is fine. I'm assuming. Which you would, in my brain, I would think that coffee is bad for you because there's so much caffeine in it. But apparently that's not the case.
Caffeine's not the worst thing in the world. It can have some side effects, especially if you consume too much, like on an empty stomach and stuff.
Yeah.
But the sweetened coffees is just talking about empty calories and sugar.
Yeah. Empty calories.
Yeah.
Love empty calories, honestly.
Yes. So number 6 upset me a lot. Sweet tea.
We all knew it.
I'm getting
Let's be honest.
Right. It's water, and then you add caffeine, and then add sugar.
Yeah, but
so it's really just sweetened coffee.
But like growing
different.
up, if you talked to like a Southern person growing up, they'd be like, "There ain't nothing wrong with it. Comes out of the ground.
Comes off a tree.
Comes right out of the ground.
It's off of a tree."
Yeah.
Are they tea leaf? Where's tea come from? Tea leaves, bushes.
I don't know. I guess
a flower. I don't know if there's a.
It's a bush.
Are you sure?
No.
It's either a bush or a tree.
Yeah.
Which a bush is just a small tree.
True. So either way,
it's
I'm right.
natural.
Either way, it's either a small tree or a big tree or a small bush or a big bush.
Okay. It's the sugar and caffeine again.
But like also, I don't know.
Renal failure. Because of
got something wrong with my renal?
You can if you drink a bunch of tea.
Well, yeah, because it's not filtering all. It's got to filter all that tea out of it.
You ready for number 5?
They're bushes. It's a bush.
You ready for number 5?
Yeah.
Fruit juice.
Yeah. What the heck? So you're saying let me take the best thing, because theoretically vegetables and fruits are the best thing there are for you. Supposedly. So let me take that and I'm just going to crunch it up and make it into a juice.
Listen, just because it's got the word, I'm reading this straight from the article. Just because it's got the word fruit in it doesn't mean that juice you're drinking is healthy.
So you telling me Fruit Loops ain't got fruit in it?
Yes. We got Apple Jacks in the house, not one drop of apple in it. In addition to being high in calories and in sugar, because it's in liquid form, fruit juice bypasses most of the digestive process and is absorbed directly into the bloodstream, where it can cause blood sugar spikes and lead to insulin resistance.
You know who's not believing this list? This guy.
It's because it's affecting you.
Fruit.
Granted, how much fruit juice you drinking?
A decent amount.
Really?
I drink orange juice every morning.
Okay. You ready for number 4?
Yep, ready for it.
Seltzers with sodium.
Seltzers with sodium. Wait, what's it called? Is Sprite a seltzer?
No, Sprite's a soft drink. It's like LaCroix.
Oh, yeah. Well, those are bad anyway.
While most unflavored seltzers have little in the way of nutritional content.
Why would you want an unflavored seltzer in the first place?
Listen.
Bunch of dummies running around.
Some are a sneaky source of sodium, which can have serious consequences for your health. Sodium is a major nutrient of concern that increases your risk of hypertension and stroke.
Yeah, I'm not believing it. Actually, I can believe that one.
Number 3. Dark colored sodas.
Oh, gosh, right here. Got me a Dr. Pepper. Hold on.
Hey, I'm healthy.
What was you saying?
I'm healthy today.
What'd you say was bad for you?
Dark sodas.
Feels bad for me.
I'm going light today. I'm going healthy.
Yeah. You're practically drinking fruit juice, though. So
true.
It's just a step above where you need to be.
Soda's got a bad enough nutritional rap as it is, but drinking dark soda may have unintended consequences for your health beyond adding empty calories to your diet. The phosphoric acid in dark sodas makes them even worse for your health than clear sodas. Too much phosphoric acid can cause your bones to lose calcium.
You just drink a gallon of milk behind your soda and you're fine. Because if all it's doing is taking my calcium away,
now this one's going to piss off a lot of people. I just
deposit the calcium back into it.
This one's going to piss off a lot of people.
Okay,
Number 2,
ready, people.
Protein shakes. that post-workout protein shake could be doing more harm to your body than good. The average person, even those who eschew animal products,
Stay away from animal products.
ESCHEW. Eschew?
People who stay away from animal products.
Get ample protein from who do eat animal products get enough protein.
Oh, yeah.
If you're overdoing protein every day, it can overwork your kidneys.
Well, I mean, I've said this for years that protein shakes are a bunch of malarkey.
They just make you poot a bunch.
If you're eating like
you're not processing 31 grams of protein.
Supplements are supposed to supplement with what you're eating. And so if in a day you're eating chicken and beef and all that stuff, you're already at your body's.
That's why multivitamins.
Yeah.
300% the daily. Okay, well, you're just peeing all that out there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So protein, I will drink a protein shake in place of a meal.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's because I'm not eating that meal. And so I'm supplementing where the protein needs to be.
You ready for the number one worst drink you can drink?
What is it?
Energy drinks. Also known as your gasoline.
This episode is sponsored by Kill Cliff Energy Drinks.
Yeah.
All natural freedom fuel, no sugar, 150 milligrams of clean caffeine, B vitamins, naturally flavored, and electrolytes. Worst thing on the market for you.
While energy drinks may provide a pick-me-up when you're feeling sluggish, their high caffeine content may actually make you fatigue worse in the long run.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over my caffeine high.
In addition to negatively affecting your sleep, caffeine also inhibits the production of collagen in your skin, leading to premature skin aging with more wrinkles.
I don't need no collagen, no ways. What do I need collagen for? I dropped out. I dropped out of collagen.
Yeah, you went to a semester and a half of collagen.
Yeah. I don't need no more collagen.
That's all it says.
Telling me if I don't drink energy drinks, I got to go to more collagen?
So,
no, thank you.
Number 7 and number 5, and some of these other ones have like renal failure and kidney problems. Energy drinks are bad because they'll make your skin wrinkle.
Yeah.
And they're the worst.
Gosh, I would hate for my skin to wrinkle, but let my kidneys go out, please. Yeah. Let me go to dialysis.
Well, I know how much you like to drink those drinks.
Well, I mean, everything on that list is literally what people drink every day.
That's why we're in the state we're in.
Probably so. Obesity.
Yeah. We're like the fattest state in the universe.
It's our best commodity in America is obesity.
Yeah. In extra flab.
Yeah. My 600-pound life.
That show.
So if we got rid of all those, my 600-pound life would go away, and I would be severely disappointed. Also,
if you drink a
water,
bunch, if
drink water.
If you drink water and eat 17 cheeseburgers a day,
if you're not an idiot, drink enough water in a day.
I'll just say, if you get fast food 3 times a day and get a water every time, you're really not fixing the problem, right? So,
but if you do get a diet soda, a large diet soda, and with your 3 Happy Meals a day or whatever, Big Mac meals, you're fine. That's what those overweight people do.
I just felt like we needed to hear that.
Every single overweight person that I've ever known.
As a team, we needed to hear that because we could all drink more water. And then I
could definitely drink more water. Ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And I do drink a good amount of water in a day.
Good.
I mean, I got this big old gal right here.
And then if you actually think about it, like, there's plenty of water in that Dr. Pepper and that energy drink.
Sure.
Because it all starts with water.
If that's the way you want to go.
I mean, my Sunkist carbonated water is the most ingredient in this thing. Because think about it. Okay.
They already said seltzers are bad for you, bud.
Well,
that's carbonated water is the seltzer.
Yeah. So all y'all drinking La Croix, you're not doing anything. I don't want to hear it. First off, they taste like garbage.
I love empty calories. I'm just going to be flat out honest. I could drink a 2-liter Mountain Dew instead of a meal and be happy.
I could too.
Those things are good. Yeah. I've done it before. Not a 2-liter, but
yeah, a liter.
Yeah, I probably drank a liter of it. So did y'all make tea at home growing up? Absolutely. We make tea at the fire station almost every shift.
Have you ever made tea in a coffee pot, like in a coffee maker?
I did it one time, but I wasn't a fan of it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all we did growing up.
I'd rather just boil it on the...
Because see, if you do like tea bags, like normal tea bags that you get from the store.
Love tea bags. Love tea bagging.
Getting tea bagged.
Tea bagged. Hey, It's all relative.
That's what we used to call it.
Getting teabagged.
Like yeah. Let's teabag.
Hey, give me a. I need teabagged over here. Could you make a glass of tea?
Anyway,
Is that
growing up, we had an old apple juice gallon,
which is bad for you.
No, so we didn't. We drank 1 gallon of apple juice when I was like before I was born, I guess.
Good.
And we just used that gallon jug because it had a nice handle. It was thick plastic. 2 tea bags in the coffee pot. Fill the back of water.
I got
turn it on. Now you've got a pot of really concentrated tea.
Yeah. And then you pour it in the gallon and then
pour it in the gallon with the sugar and shake it.
Yeah.
And we do that 3 times a week.
We have the like the Gatorade. It's got the spout down at the bottom they have on the sidelines and stuff. At Station 1 at Tuscaloosa Fire, we have one of those that's for sweet tea, and the entire thing gets drank.
But just imagine, it's a ton of water.
Yeah.
Like as far as like getting your water
it's
intake.
It's also a ton of sugar though.
Okay. But just if we're talking about like you need to drink more water, I'm intaking a lot of water.
True.
But anyway, I just felt like we needed to read that.
Things you need to stay away from are
sugar and caffeine from this list.
Caffeine, and stay away from playing classic rock music at the beginning of your service.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I think I've decided.
You've decided?
Since we talked about it 15 minutes. Stop it. Okay.
To follow Jesus.
I mean, I did. I do. I have.
I have decided.
Anyway. I heard this a while back. And then heard about it again recently. And that's why I put it in our little list.
Gotcha.
That so Anna has a friend that she did a small group with last semester. And she worked at Life Church.
For those of you that don't know what a small group is, it's a group.
It's a small group of people that do different things. So everything in life is a small group.
It's a small group.
Anyway, for a period, she worked at Life Church, Oklahoma. That's Craig Rochelle's church.
Yeah.
Get your arm away from my arm. And he and his wife are doing the marriage conference.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So Craig Rochelle, he's good.
Yeah.
His voice is demanding.
Yeah. Also, if just throwing this out there, if you have never heard Craig Rochelle before, go listen to, it's a message, I think it was in like 2014, 2015, called The Ghost. Best explanation of the Holy Spirit I've ever heard in my I grew up in Pentecostal churches.
Well, yeah, that was just fire and brimstone.
But he, because they're a Pentecostal church for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Pentecostal tendencies just like Highlands does.
But
best way I've ever heard it described.
Okay.
It changed my life.
That's wonderful.
Listening to it. So, Craig Rochelle.
And if you do that, and then you're like, Josh, that wasn't that good. Robert Morris has a series on the Holy Spirit that did the same thing for me. That did the same thing for me.
We're talking about Craig Rochelle. Shut up.
It's called The God I Never Knew.
Nobody likes Robert Morris.
That's not true. The God I Never Knew.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Craig Rochelle.
Yeah.
Their church is Life Church. It's in Oklahoma, but it's really
LifeChurch.tv.
It's all over the country, all over the world.
All over the world.
They're the biggest church in the United States.
Yeah.
Now they count their numbers funny or whatever, but
yeah. They anyway, watch parties and stuff too,
and they count all that as members.
Yeah.
Anyway, huge, been around a while. He's solid as far as we know.
Yeah,
I haven't heard him say anything that I was like, I don't know if that's.
He's more solid than most of my poops. God, I don't have a lot of solid poops.
All right. Well. Anyway, if you've ever been to a non-denominational or like a younger church,
charismatic church,
well, just a newer church, not pews and stained glass, you'll have bed music playing before the service starts,
and
just over the speaker.
Isn't music to go to bed to?
No, I mean, I guess you could, but it's just it's just like background music that's played. I need to put my head on. Greasy.
Well, you hadn't showered in a week or whatever you say. Hadn't put shampoo in your hair in
all
6
that bad,
months.
all that bad stuff. It's been like 8 months. Lost my list. All right. They play like classic rock and like current music
in between,
before and after the service starts and ends,
and in transitions.
What do you mean?
Like in moments of transition, like, hey, turn to your neighbor and give them a high five or whatever.
Oh, they do that too.
They'll,
then?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Like the band will play like a popular tune.
And for anybody you're letting the world creep into the church. What were you listening to on the way to church?
Yeah. Also, so I lived out in Oklahoma for a spell.
Did not go to Life Church.
Did not go to Life Church, but one of my mentors out there worked at Life Church. Oh. And we talked about it, and it was a very good, the reasoning behind it, the reason that they do what they do is to make people feel more comfortable.
It's comfortable to guests, to first timers.
To first-time guests, which is completely understandable.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're playing, some 50 Cent when I walk in, I'm going to be way more likely to raise my hand at the end of the service.
You're such a jerk.
What?
That's not the...
Talking about in the club, bottle full of dub, baby, I got what you need. You're playing that? Yeah, I'm going to give
that's Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to give my life to Christ.
I got what you need.
I got what you need. Jesus.
And that's Jesus.
Yeah.
They don't
It makes
do
sense.
that.
It makes sense to play things that more people are going to be comfortable, because they are Life Church has a very wide front door, and they also have a very wide back door, meaning a lot of people come into that church, not their butts. A lot of people come into the front door and get saved at Life Church and then leave Life Church to go somewhere that's that's going to be deeper for them or whatever. They're very like surface level for the most part. This is what people say anyway.
Yeah, they say it about Highlands.
Yeah, they say it about Highlands too. But like, so it's a very like inviting environment to get people saved. And then those people can then go to a place, like figure out what they believe and all that stuff. Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense. I'm on board with it. Yeah. I mean, I think why not play Fetty Wap before service or WAP? Play Cardi B's WAP.
No.
Before service. WAP.
Well.
Yeah.
If you're new to the podcast and you don't know Josh,
I'm an idiot.
That's not what they do. God.
It'd be like Coldplay or something they'd play before service.
U2 or like Journey or...
Yeah.
But, gosh. Well, that was going to... We were going to have a serious discussion.
That was a pretty serious discussion, I felt like.
Yeah, I guess.
We talked about it.
That's about as serious as we can get. Seriously, though... I'm done with what is their new company called? So, in this stupid world we live in, you can't even have.
We talked about this a while back.
Yeah,
where it's
and I talked about it as in it's bad.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We're whitewashing culture.
131 years, nobody's had a problem with this.
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima is no longer Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
They are now the Pearl Milling Company. That rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Hey, can you pass me the Pearl Milling Company syrup?
Yeah. Pass
me the Aunt Jemima's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one, you talking about the syrup that looks like Aunt Jemima?
Well,
or no, is that Miss Butterworth?
Yeah. Aunt Jemima's just got the Aunt Jemima on the front.
Let me take a peek
at
this.
So,
this is stupid.
A of all, if you're drinking.
I think they need to add maple syrup to that list.
Yeah.
Don't drink maple syrup.
If you're using Aunt Jemima's products anyway, let me key you in on Mrs. Buttersworth. Because Mrs. This episode is sponsored by Mrs. Buttersworth. Why put butter on your pancakes when your syrup has butter in it?
Yeah.
That takes one step out of the equation, which is arguably the most frustrating part about having pancakes and waffles.
You get pretty
is cold
upset
butter
about butter.
cold butter and you got to try and spread it on your waffles or on your pancakes. Why?
Did you ever use the spray? I can't believe
God, no.
That stuff just tasted like salt water.
Because it practically was.
Can you quit texting?
I'm not.
Please?
Look, I'm looking at our list.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a show and you're over here on your phone texting.
Hey, I'm on my A game today.
Anyway, though,
Mrs. Buttersworth, go grab a pail.
So everybody jump over to Mrs. Buttersworth. Yeah. But Aunt Jemima, we're whitewashing.
Yeah, we're whitewashing culture,
which is what a lot of people are trying to stop right now, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's ridiculous because you're taking like certain legacies and stuff away from people of color or whatever. And
do you think Jemima's family's going to get royalties off of Pearl Milling Company syrup?
I don't think that they got royalties
at all.
I think that was a big.
That might have been part of it.
I think that was a big thing, honestly. But I mean, she created a legacy that is going to be destroyed now.
A bunch of white folks.
Yep.
I said we need more people.
We need more diversity.
We need more people of color out there in the streets. Now we've had this pillar for 131 years out in the streets, but we need to take her face off of this.
Yeah.
For the same reason that we want to put more faces of the same color out there.
Yeah.
Which that reasoning flows right into this other story about Elon University. Mm-hmm. It's a liberal arts school in North Carolina.
Yeah. And I want to make a statement about Aunt Jemima.
You're
first.
Not done with the syrup yet.
Well, I just want to make
we
a
didn't
statement
cover the
about
syrup enough.
Is if there is some sort of racial disparity there or something that if there was something that happened that I don't know about with Aunt Jemima that has caused this change, I would like to know about that. But if it's just this is from the way that I remember the story about Aunt Jemima is she was, somebody who had created this product and then put her name and her face on the product, or somebody else had done that for her. If there's something that happened, we're not sitting here just going, liberals are crazy because they want to do this. It's like, if there's a good reason behind it, hey, I'm all for changing it. But from the outside looking in, it just looks like it's a whitewashing of let's take all the people of color out of the line, like Uncle Ben's. Let's take Uncle Ben off. Let's take all these different people. Let's take them all off of stuff because it upsets. Normally, it upsets other white people. Is what it seems like. Is there's white people that are upset about it causing a racial disparity when there isn't one, and then this stuff gets pushed through. But if there is a reason, if there's an actual reason why, I would love to know why and be informed about it. But anyways, if not, why are we changing anything?
Yeah.
But anyways, Elon University.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just felt like I needed to clarify.
Elon University in North Carolina has canceled an event for white people to process their complicity in injustice because the meeting would exclude other races, the school told Fox News. So that's just the tag paragraph.
Yeah.
But what happened is Elon University, it's a liberal arts school in North Carolina, where you can get some kind of you can major in racial injustice, origami making, and underwater basket weaving for the infirm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stupid degrees.
Yeah.
So there's a group on campus called.
They actually have they have a sports team there.
Yeah, they have sports.
Hold on. The sports team. The where you had the wrist strap, it was a Velcro wrist strap with a string, a rubbery string, and you threw the ball and it came back to you.
No.
You didn't have like one of those. It was like a Velcro strap that goes around your wrist.
In all sincerity, I have no idea what you're talking
and
about.
there's a stretchy, like a bungee cord.
You talking about like the paddleball game, but it was just your wrist?
Yeah, it's just on your wrist, and you throw the ball.
I can see what you're saying, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways, that was one of their sports there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So apparently there's a Young America's Foundation on campus. It's a group of white people that their whole thing is, hey, you're white. You need to come and hear us talk about how bad you are.
Yeah.
And how even the smallest things you do, from like sneezing to beating up a black guy, are bad for other races. And then the university found out about it and closed it down because it wasn't inclusive to all races.
Yeah.
Are you trying to read the article real fast?
No.
Or are you texting?
I'm looking at Aunt Jemima.
Oh my gosh!
I was
you
calling
want to keep talking about Aunt Jemima?
No.
We can't.
I'm listening to what you're saying. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because if they said if the tagline for the group on campus was whites only, I would have a problem with that. But if they were like, we're here to talk about our racial injustices and stuff like that, and I mean, I'm sure if a person of color walked up to the group and was like, hey, I would like to join this group to like,
I just want to hear I want to audit.
Yeah, I want to audit.
Meeting.
I want to make sure.
I want to see what y'all are saying.
I want to make sure what y'all are saying is correct or whatever. I don't think that those people would probably have a problem with that. I mean, you're going to a liberal arts college in the first place, so you're already like openly minded to a degree. And so it seems ridiculous that like, hey, we're going to try to right our wrongs. And then you're like, no, you can't do that. Too many white people in a group. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out. So, okay. The Young America's Foundation revealed the White Caucus event. That's what they called it. Which is a weird name. Published an email that specified the event was intended for white and white identifying individuals to speak openly and avoid re-traumatizing people of color. White caucuses give white people a space to learn about and process their awareness of and complicity in unjust systems without harming their friends of color. That was in the email that they sent to all the students. Vice President of University Communications, Daniel Anderson, said that the event was organized by a group of students in the School of Education and that it has learned of the event on Tuesday. According to YAF, which is the group that put it together, it was sent out. Elon University today learned of a program being organized by a group of students in the School of Education who wanted to hold candid, confidential discussions about racism without victimizing those of other races. Elon, and this is the vice president guy. He says Elon's policies prohibit discrimination on the basis of age, race, color, creed, sex, national or ethnic origin, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or veteran status. Good Lord. Because this student-led program would have excluded non-whites, it would be at odds with university policies and will not be held.
I'm not entirely sure that it would have been excluded to non-whites.
Well, it was for white people.
Yeah, but like...
And people who identified as white.
Yeah, but if somebody would have came into the group that wasn't white, I think the whole purpose of the group, like with the whole purpose of the group being what it was, they probably wouldn't have had a problem with somebody who was not white joining the group.
Yeah, it doesn't say that, but you would assume they're not.
Again, unless the tagline was whites only, like. But I feel like here's.
But so and the YF, they made a statement saying that Elon is this is the school, not a person, not Musk.
Yeah.
We're not. Elon University is essentially putting a gag order on students who partake in white caucusing. What exactly are they hiding, and what are these students afraid of the wider public knowing about? So now, because you gotta think probably if it was either during the 60s or 70s or within the past couple of years at Elon, there was probably a bunch of students who were like, y'all, you got to make it to where everything's inclusive to all races and creeds and orientations, all this stuff. And now that they've done that, now there's even more woke people that are being censored because of that stuff that they put in place. Because if I said, Josh, you're being kind of racist. Mm-hmm. You got to stop doing this racist stuff. Mm-hmm. And then a year later, I come back and I say, Josh, we need to have a conversation about race. And then you're like, no, we don't do that anymore, Lee. We don't do that. And then I'm like, well, you're racist because you won't let me talk about
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think we're going in a circle here.
Yeah, I think that the intentions of the group were pure-hearted.
Maybe.
I mean, like,
as far as what the
article says,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know these people personally, but I feel like they were being genuine in their concerns and wanting to help. And then to get like shot down like that, I would imagine it is disheartening.
Yeah. But it's comical to me.
Yeah.
That they're getting shut down for something that they feel like they're trying to fight for.
Yeah.
But that's because they're stupid kids.
That's like saying, like, hey, we're starting a Britney Spears fan club, and we're going to be all about Britney Spears, and we want to talk about Britney Spears all the time. And then Britney Spears tries to come into your group, and you're like, you can't come into this.
We're talking about
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
We can't have Britney Spears at the Britney Spears fan club meetings.
Well, that's what those rules were put in place to keep from happening.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that was, like you said, I don't think they had armed guards at the gates not letting in non-whites.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's just funny that you want to have an all-white group to talk about white people doing white people things. It's just
I tell you who would enjoy this group. Morgan Wallen. He needs to join.
He needs
the group
to perform
for that group.
He can open. He's the opener. He's the opener.
Yeah.
But he's too busy counting his money.
Yeah,
right now.
Well, so recently, the other day, it was caught on video by TMZ.
His first thing was that he got kicked off of SNL for performing because there was a video of him down here in Tuscaloosa partying with a bunch of people without masks on.
Yeah, no masks.
And SNL said,
You realize he has a baby at home?
No, I don't know who. I've never heard of Morgan Wallen until a month ago.
He's a younger country music singer. But he just recently had a baby. He had a baby within the week, I believe, that he was down here.
Got to let off some steam, man.
Making out with all those.
He's performing.
19-year-olds.
He's making money.
Anyways, yeah, he got kicked off of SNL, and then he came back. Which was funny.
He apologized.
Yeah. And then he was able to perform. And it was funny because there was an SNL skit with like future him.
Yeah.
And then telling him not to do something.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and so last week or 2 weeks ago,
I believe it was last week.
The video came out last week.
Yeah, he was drunk. As you do, as a country music singer. And he was...
Did he Hannah Brown somebody? I don't even know what he said.
Okay,
or
so
did.
He was drunk. His friends were dropping him off at his house or whatever. And he was like, as he was leaving the vehicle, was like, you better take care of this guy. Like, he... Like, pretty much like saying, like, hey, we need to beat this guy up. Like, being funny to his friend who was white. And he was like, you need to take care of this P word, A word, N word.
Oh.
This vagina, butt.
Color guy. Black guy.
Black person.
Person of color, sorry.
Person of color. And but the guy was not black. He was a white guy who he was saying that to, in regards to.
That's a string of words right there.
It is. But, I mean, he's a drunk, southern, young, dumb kid. Mm-hmm. but now he's being, cancel cultured because he said this to his friend as he was,
which is strange because he's been canceled twice in the same 3-month time span.
Yeah.
Which usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But
Usually
I don't think he's going to
apologize.
I don't think he's going to get out of this one as far as apologizing to like the people.
Yeah. Well, and
because the funny thing about this is now his
tripled, quadrupled in sales.
He's about to get about to go double platinum.
Well, I was talking about this to somebody the other day. How ridiculous is it that people are like going to Walmart and buying CDs of Morgan Wallen?
So
like you're going and buying a CD.
Yeah, that's true. Or I guess it could be downloads. I don't know how they score like say like
I think
numbers.
It's like actual sales. Like not streams, sales.
Well, they need to do something with that. That's gonna have to get fixed soon because nobody's buying CDs.
They're going out either that or they're going on iTunes and clicking buy.
That's what I'm saying. Buy and download.
But I mean, either way.
Anyway.
Who doesn't have Spotify nowadays?
Right. All I'm saying is that don't just surface level go, well, yeah, look at all these racist people backing this racist guy.
Yeah.
I think it is more to do with people are absolutely fed up with you're done because you made a mistake.
Yeah. Or it could be, and it, like
you're about to say something stupid.
No. Okay, I think this is fair.
Okay.
So
it seemed like one of those where you were about to say something way out of left field.
No. So remember we've talked about this before when the like Exodus movie came out, and then more people in that week Googled
the Bible
in that phrase. It could have just been that like Morgan Wallen is in the news and all these people are saying,
I'd never heard of him.
Yeah, all these people are saying like, oh, Morgan Wallen did this, Morgan Wallen did that. And people were like, I don't even know a Morgan Wallen song.
Yeah. And
then they just go look up Morgan Wallen. They're like, click on a song. I mean, if it's going by streams.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could have been. It could be that.
But I would hate for the narrative to be that, well, now that he's come out with his true thoughts about certain people, now
I've said things that I do not really think being drunk before.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. That's half the point of getting drunk.
Which I would like to make the statement, he should not have said that.
No.
He should not have said those words.
Yeah.
At all.
But what's next for Morgan Wallen? He'll be on Dance with the Stars.
I don't think that happened after. I think that was...
I know, I'm just saying it could.
Yeah,
then he'll be Miss America.
Yeah. He'll be the next Bachelorette.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that the one with all the girls and one guy? Or is that the one with all the guys and one girl?
All the guys and one girl. He'll be the Bachelorette.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do that soon?
What?
Where it's not straight people on the show?
Oh, God, I hope not.
Well, they will.
I don't want to watch that.
But since you love it so much, you'll have to watch it.
No, I won't.
Especially if it's just for the funny drama. You have to watch it.
Actually, there would probably be a lot
or then
of
you're
really
a hypocrite.
Funny drama.
Then you're a hypocrite.
So
that's coming.
One thing that while we're sitting here, I did Google Aunt Jemima. Hold on. So it is a stereo. There was never a person that was Aunt Jemima. It's like Uncle Tom. Like it's a caricature that is based on an
amalgam of old mammy.
Yeah, that
black women
were slaves
that can cook.
Yeah. They were like the old mammy was a slave in.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand. Like we don't want to like put. Like, we wouldn't want to be like, just example, Cocoa Puffs. If it had, like, a black guy picking cotton on the front, and they were like, these are the Cocoa Puffs. Like, just like little black balls of cotton or chocolate-colored pieces of cotton. And we're like, have a black guy picking cotton on the front of Cocoa Puffs. We'd probably be like, let's stay away from the black guy picking cotton. Maybe we need to go back to Count Chocula or whatever.
All right.
So I kind of get that aspect of it, of like, we don't want to just be like, hey, slavery on the front of a bottle of something. But also, to me, it would be like, well, let's update it still with a person of color. Like, let's keep the person of color on there. Like, let's keep an Aunt Jemima or whatever you want to call it. And then, but let's update it. Let's make it not racist, but still keep the person. Like Uncle Ben's, I don't think you need to, like, again, I could Google Uncle Ben's and it's like way like not the thing that I think, but like, I don't know. I think you're taking away something. Because,
and how many? Okay, so for these people that push for Aunt Jemima to get changed, do you really think people are looking at the syrup aisle and going, all right, so I got Great Value brand syrup, we got Eggo brand syrup, we got Mrs. Butterworth, Aunt Jemima.
Yeah,
I know she was a slave. I'm getting that one.
Yeah, I mean,
it's watered down to the point where like nobody sees Aunt Jemima and thinks, oh well, that was a caricature of a slave woman.
Yeah, but
that's why I'm buying this or not buying it. That does not happen.
Yeah,
it can't.
But it also goes back to the thing that we talked about this on.
I don't care if you take every black character off of everything and take the white ones off too, and it's all just animals and old milling companies. Yeah. Whatever. If we're gonna do it.
Yeah, but like it goes back to, and we talked about this one time with like Confederate statues. Was like, if there was somebody who like shot your mom, and then they put that person on a pedestal, like put the statue up, and then every day you had to drive past it and see like your mom was shot by this guy. To me, it's a similar, like, granted it's past. There's a lot of time that's passed between now and then, but it's like there could be people of color that walk past it and go, oh yeah, we were slaves, like, you know. And so that's like the part of it that's like, I get why things need to change, but also I think just like completely taking the person of color out of the situation is maybe not the best move. Maybe update it to somebody who's like more modern.
Morgan Freeman syrup. Denzel Washington
Queen
syrup.
Latifah syrup. Cardi B syrup.
Oprah Winfrey.
WAP. Them.
It goes
wet.
It all goes
pancakes.
Back. It goes on because the syrup.
Get some of that WAP.
It all goes back to that.
Yeah.
But it just also, in a real sense, did you bring the races closer together by taking Aunt Jemima off of the syrup?
Oh man, there is a TikTok.
Nah,
it was a TikTok. I'll have to find it again. But we won't do it on this episode. But it was like a racist and then like a liberal person, and it was like they were saying the exact same thing for different reasons. Yeah. But like one of the guys was like, I think it was like Aunt Jemima, like we need to take Aunt Jemima,
get her off of this,
get her off of there. And the racist guy was like, yeah, let's do that. And the liberal guy was like, we agree on so many things. Yeah, but it was like for different reasons.
It's funny, but
it was an interesting take on things.
Comically, accurate.
Yeah.
So now that we've done that for the past 30 minutes, I'm sick of talking about that stuff.
Well, we'll talk about it again at some point because all the things that we're sick of talking about.
Because that's the only thing that happens these days.
So last week we ended with a would you rather,
I hope that we continue doing these.
Well, we've got one.
We've at least got one more.
We've got one today that I saw. I literally saw it today. Okay. Would you rather? We're going with it's a common theme today with certain things. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water, or give up anything that was ever cooked in an oven? Cooked, period.
I'm drinking water.
You're drinking water over getting stuff cooked. Yes. So no more dews.
Fine.
No more sweet tea.
Fine.
No more Milk.
Fine. Over meat?
You can still eat meat.
Raw meat?
People do it all the time.
I'm not eating raw meat.
Sushi. That's raw meat. Granted, I hate sushi, but...
Not the sushi I eat. I eat that Bama Crunch that's been deep fried and has cream
But
cheese
you're
in
giving
it.
up, man, you're giving up so much. Dr. Pepper, 23 flavors.
It's a lot of flavors.
It is, and it's delicious.
It's not better than meat.
Giving up.
Never eat chicken again.
You could never drink again.
That's fun.
It's tough. Maybe I need to go to Freedom Group for
Yeah.
that.
It's not that tough. Unless we got something else to talk about afterwards.
It's enjoyable.
I could do without water's fine.
Yeah, but man. Here would
I don't think you understand everything you'd have to stop eating.
Oh, I get it. But I'm trying to sway you the other direction. Honestly.
Not happening.
You're sitting there and you're eating your meal. We'll say you go to a Mexican restaurant, okay? You're eating your taco.
Can't have tacos.
Well, no, you chose the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're eating your tacos,
Sure.
your grilled chicken.
It's great.
You order your water because that's all you can have.
Fine.
While you're sitting there sipping on your little water, your buddy across the table, me, I order a sweet tea.
And you have to eat sauteed vegetables.
You haven't drank a sweet tea in 10 years, and you're just
I'm
looking
not even
at
thinking about sweet tea at that point.
Salivating.
10 years?
Salivating.
I probably don't even remember what sweet tea tastes like after 10
Bro,
years.
I think you would.
First off,
I've done a month without sugary
have I
drinks
done it
before,
too?
and that entire month, you're like, give me an effing Dr. Pepper.
you know what would help that a lot? Is I can eat meat.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, that Dr. Pepper would have been cool. How's that Dr. Pepper and that cauliflower you got over there? Because you can't even eat bread.
That's a very good point.
No bread, no meat.
Yeah. Tortillas, hard shell, soft shell, it don't matter.
So have fun with your sodas and your alcohol. You'll need alcohol
Yeah,
at that point.
I need a lot of
Yeah,
alcohol.
you have to chase all them raw vegetables with,
And I hate vegetables. Like with a passion.
and you just heard about all them drinks, how bad for you that you're not going to get healthier.
Oh, you can't like I could have green beans, but I couldn't cook
They're
them.
raw or sauteed in a pan, I guess. You know how much work that would take to cook at the house too? You'd always have to be like,
How do vegans do it?
they eat a lot of potato chips and stuff. You can eat super unhealthy on a vegan diet.
Yeah, but just like the amount of
No roasted potatoes,
no, thank you.
no fries. That got a lot easier to pick water, didn't it?
I think in my head I was on water picking cooked food the entire time, but also I like to play devil's advocate.
True.
And I mean,
No, once you took meat out of the equation, there's no way I could do it.
what if it was just food cooked in the oven? Like
Bread's still gone.
but you can have grilled anything you want. You can pan sear anything you want.
It was an air fryer. Is that a fryer or an oven?
That's a fryer.
Okay, well then my life wouldn't change. I'll take me currently then. I don't cook meat in the oven. What am I cooking in the oven?
I don't know.
Roast? I put
Chicken?
that in a crock pot.
Chicken?
You cook chicken on a pan? My life wouldn't change at all, except for meatloaf. I couldn't have meatloaf. You just asked me,
don't like
would you
meatloaf
rather
anyway.
just drink water or
Eat
do whatever
meatloaf.
you want and not have meatloaf? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of really good things that are cooked. Besides bread, bread's a big thing. Man.
Yeah.
That's a big bread.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a no carb diet. I like bread too much.
Probably should.
I probably should.
I've done it in the past.
It wasn't that enjoyable though, was it?
When you get enough of everything else.
Me and a buddy were talking the other day. He's a real big health nut, and he eats grilled chicken and rice pretty much every meal.
Nah.
And I said, the difference between me and you is you eat for fuel, and I eat
for
because
pleasure.
Things taste good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, this tastes good too. I was like, there's no way you can tell me a cinnamon roll isn't better tasting than that chicken.
Salted rice.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. No, that's an easy one.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. We probably need to drink more water anyway.
We probably do need to drink more water.
Not probably.
We
absolutely
need to drink more water. But anyways, thanks for listening, everybody.
47.
47's in the barrel, in the bucket.
In the books.
In the books. That's the word I was looking for.
That barrel of books.
Yeah. It was all stuff that started with B. Bucket, barrel, but it was books.
Books. Of course you didn't know. Of course you didn't know books. That was a word you couldn't think of.
Yeah.
Or books. But guys, no, that was episode 47. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for letting us into your hearts and minds and on your phones at work, in your car, at home. Just thank you for letting us be a part of what you got going and
in your butts.
That didn't work. Thank you for letting us into your hearts and minds and in your butts. Get out of here.